Well, it didn't take very long for Zachary Levi to get the proverbial Hollywood boot, because now we've got people coming out and talking about how they always hated him because he was always a bad person to be around. Meh. Laura Benanti says, I never liked him. Everyone was like, he's so great. And I was like, no, he's not. He's sucking up all the effing energy in this room. He wants to mansplain everyone's part to them. Laura Benanti says, F you forever to Zachary Levi for suggesting vaccines may have killed people. Here's the actual article. And, I mean, let's be honest. The Broadway co-star may have killed their Broadway co-star. So we have to take this off of, okay, her claim. Laura Benanti may have led the Broadway revival of She Loves Me with Zachary Levi in 2016, but the actress certainly doesn't share the sentiment of the title. Benanti opened up about ill feelings she maintains about her former co-star this week. That's a... She went on a podcast. It's literally called That's a Gay-Ass Podcast. That's the name of it, all right? I'm not cursing. I'm not using bad language, okay? I'm just reading what the actual name of the podcast is. And she says, I never liked him. Everyone was like, he's so great. And I was like, no, he's not. He's sucking up all the effing energy in this room. He wants to mansplain everyone's part of them. He really sucked everyone in with this dance party energy. Like, we're going to a dance party at a half hour. I was just like, good luck, have fun. It just sounds like he's a little bit more personable than you and had conversations with more people than you, and you got offended that more people like spending time with him instead of you. That's literally what it sounds like from this little... Benanti's criticism of Levi reached an emotional peak when the conversation touched on their She Loves Me co-star Gavin Creel, who died in September at the age of 48. The Tony Award winner, whose Broadway credits also included Hair and Hello Dolly, and Into the Woods, died of a metastatic melanotic peripheral nerve sheath sarcoma. Speaking about Creel's death on Instagram in October, Levi floated the unscientific theory tied to COVID vaccinations. But you also have to admit that is something that actually happens quite often because of the vaccine. I'm not a vaccine denier. I think they have their place. But there are certainly a lot of people out there who have taken the COVID vaccine and get random spurts of myocarditis and die because of it at really young ages. It's kind of proven at this point. Anyways, I know that this is going to offend some people and it might make people Wait, is that? Yeah. Gavin Creel died. He was 48 years old, blah, 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 blah. Everything in me, I believe that if these COVID vaccinations were not forced on American public. Yeah, so basically he's saying, hey guys, this is an untested vaccination that very, very possibly could have caused medical issues in people. The idea that a medical procedure or treatment does not have any side effects is something that no medical professional would ever attest to, because everyone understands that there are going to be side effects, there are going to be unnoticed consequences. I mean, if you just listen to any single medication commercial, it is always going to have at the end of it a list of side effects, potential side effects. Some of them include death. So is it too much to believe that a untested vaccination that has had direct correlation between people who had COVID or have taken the COVID shot and then had massive health problems later on might not be too big of a stretch? And it's not even the fact that he said this, it's the fact that he said this, and because they were unwilling to commit any actual investigation into the claim, they just say, oh, he's evil, ah! It's annoying, it really is. Like, okay, well, if he is evil, then let's have some viable, verifiable evidence that what he's saying is absolutely 100% wrong. Just tell me that there are zero consequences. Let's open up a study and make sure that there are zero consequences between the random deaths, the sudden death, the sudden illness, the sudden death of these people at young ages. It doesn't make any sense because of heart conditions that nobody at their age has, that just so happen to correlate within the same time frame as people getting this vaccination. let's have a study. Let's actually do the research and figure out what's going on. Oh, you can't do that, though, because it goes against your party line. Benanti blasted Levi for using the topic of Creel's death to spread vaccine misinformation, for him to use Gavin's memory, a person who's not friends with, to use his memory for his political agenda, and to watch him try to make himself cry until he had one single tear. Goodness gracious. This is the same woman who goes on the That's a Gay-Ass podcast so that she can talk about how she doesn't like him because more people wanted to hang out with him than she did. I genuinely think this woman is just a little bit ticked off that people like spending time with Zachary Levi over her, and because of that, she's going to assume that he's trying to spread some sort of conspiracy theory when really he's just like, yo, guys, this is an untested vaccination, and we have side effects for every other medication out there on the planet. Even natural stuff has side effects if you happen to be slightly allergic to it, or you have a disability to actually properly digest a certain food or chemical or material. It's not a big leap to think, oh yeah, somebody might have had a bad reaction to a vaccine. It's not that big of a leap, especially since it's an untested one that was forced on the American people. Like, that's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. But there it is. That's the claim. That's the claim. They're saying, oh, he's spreading misinformation. But there's no information to go off of. So how are you spreading misinformation if there's no actual data? It's just a question at that point. This is what they've been doing for a long time. And of course, this comes out after Trump wins the election, after Zachary Levi announces this information that he's supporting Donald Trump. After all this stuff happens, she's able to hold it in for so long. And then she finally has to break down as soon as things don't go her way in regards to the political sphere, as they classically do. I don't know what to tell you. I think it sounds a little fishy to me. I think she's fishing for compliments. I think she's fishing for attention. I think she realizes that her time here is pretty much up, and she needs to do some damage assessment on the situation, okay? I think she's just trying to weasel her way out of a bad situation where no one wants to be around her anymore. That's what I think. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys have a great day and a great rest of the week.